NFL Nation, how you doing? Come on in. I'm Dolph Jackson of the Come On In Sports Network and also the host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports Podcast.
What up, guys? I'm Zach from Real Fan Sports, coming in Sports Network. We're ready Sunday morning to give y'all the breakdown leading into this week of the NFL, man. What's some games we got coming up today, man?
Some good games coming up. Some games that we thought may be good games at the beginning of the season really don't amount to too much, such as the Dolphins and the Jets. Both of these teams in the preseason were considered to be contenders in the AFC, but unfortunately, the season has not gone the way that those organizations and the fan base imagined. And so today, these two go head to head in the game that I'm calling the Disappointment Bowl.
Nobody cares about it. And you're right. You're spot on. I honestly thought that it'd be the battle between these two teams fighting off for this division. And Bills have been the clean sweeping dominant force in this division throughout the whole entire year, regardless of losing their number one wide receiver and anything else that's gone along with it. Two injury affected him, but even since he's been back, there hasn't been much going on, and Aaron Rodgers just needs to retire.
I think it's just time, man, for A-Rod to call it quits. Missing wide open receivers, man, throwing balls in the ground. I think for the time's knocking. Right now, the way that Aaron Rodgers is playing, he's not playing like of course, he's not playing like a former MVP. No. But he's not even playing like a starting quarterback to me. I think he's playing like a backup. Right now, he looks like a backup quarterback that's starting for the New York Jets. But if you're the Jets, what are you going to do? You turned over the keys to him. You invested. You did everything he wanted. You went out and got everyone he wanted. You fired the coach. You went and got Devontae Adams. Couple more.
He's ready to be out. He's already talked about how he's ready to be out already.
So, I mean, hey, what are you going to do? It's crazy, man. But, hey, who's that? Call of Jazz says, bro, I didn't know you still stream. What's your team's pick for the day? Laugh out loud. All right.
What's up, Colt? I'm assuming that's from Nonfiction's channel. Non's not with us today. Actually, I didn't talk to Non last night. I'm not sure if he
didn't get a chance. He might pop in.
He won't be able to pop in yet, or he might pop in a little bit later. But yeah, Non and I do stream. We stream on the Twitch every now and then, as well as Real Fan Sports, and then as you see today on the Come On In Sports Network. So yeah, still pushing it.
Still pushing it, man. All right. First game up, the game me and Zach just talked about, the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. In this game, you have the 3-9 Jets visiting the 5-7 Dolphins. Zach, where do we start with this game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to straight up and go straight to the Dolphins. Breece Hall is out. So, I mean, even though they didn't seem to utilize him the way they should anyway, that's going to force Aaron Rodgers to have to throw the ball more. As we got news yesterday late last night, I saw about Devontae Adams and kind of reminding people about his contract and how he has, I guess, his opportunities to go somewhere else next year. So all this is already brewing. Whereas the Dolphins, although have been a big disappointment as well, they have had a couple games or at least a game within the last 3 weeks that they've played decent. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Right. The Dolphins coming into this matchup have won 3 straight and 7 of the last games against the Jets. Here's a interesting stats. Aaron Rodgers' family has not lost 10 or more games since his rookie season in 2008.
Wow, that's incredible.
So right now a long time, man. Right now the Jets are sitting, of course, at 3-9, and this would be his worst winning percentage of his 16 season NFL career as a starting quarterback in the National Football League. Now, Zach, when you think, and family, everybody in the chat, everybody looking, again, this is the Come On In Sports Network. This is As the NFL Turns Pregame. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button, subscribe, share on your social media platforms. When you think about completion percentage, when you think about accuracy, who is one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time, in your opinion?
I mean, I don't think it's an opinion. It's a fact that it's Drew Brees.
It's Drew Brees, man.
Yeah. Isn't he like 4 of the top 6 or something like that completion percentages?
Yeah,
It's
yes.
ridiculous. And you were mentioning about Aaron Rodgers, getting older and Father Time, but typically what happens when a quarterback gets a little bit older,
Mm-hmm.
especially a safe quarterback, Aaron Rodgers he is historically known in his career is to not make mistakes. You would think he would just get more accurate. He might not have the arm like he used to, but you would think he'd get more accurate because he can. But that's just not what we're seeing.
No, you're right. That's just not what we're seeing right now from him. Now, the reason I asked that question is this, family. How many of us knew this? And I know I didn't know that there's a quarterback that can break Drew Brees' single season completion percentage record, which he set in 2018 of 74.4%. And he's playing in this game, and his name is not Aaron Rodgers. That's right.
Really?
Tua Tagovailoa leads the NFL with a 74.5 completion percentage in 2024, which will break the NFL season single record currently held by future Hall of Famer Drew Brees. How about that?
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Yeah, I did not know that. I mean, Tua is the opposite of what you would think of that, especially when he first started off his career, was that he was very inaccurate. Didn't have a pretty deep ball and such like that. But him coming off the injury and stuff, and then him also playing with Tyreek Hill, his favorite receiver, who's been dealing with a hand and wrist injury that's affecting him a bunch. And the fact that he's still able to stay accurate is definitely a big thing.
Right. And for him to be on the cuffs of breaking that record, that means the guys up front evidently have been doing a good job. Today they will have to deal with Quentin Williams, the fine nose tackle for the Giants. The Dolphins' offensive line has 4 of their 5 offensive linemen ranked in the top 10 at their position in terms of allowed pressure rate, with a minimum of 150 pass block. The lowest ranked offensive lineman is left guard Robert Jones, who has allowed only 7.3% pressure rate, which is the 15th highest, and he's only allowed 5 sacks, tied for 6th most. So big guys up front doing things. And listen, when Tua was out, the time that Tua was out certainly hurt the Dolphins. But listen, he's back 5-7, going to win it. Hey, went out 10-7. Who knows? You can get in there. But you have to take care of business today at home against the Jets. You got to get to 6-7, and then just try to work your way to 500, and then just let the chips fall where they may. All right, we got some more family members coming on in here. Jim Will, how you doing? Happy Sunday to you, my brother. Happy football day, baby. All right. Jared Goff lately, Chef Kiss. Okay. Caller Jazz said, "Hey, my Dolphins better win." Yeah, man, they better win this game, bro. They should win this game.
I think they should.
Yeah, they should win this game. Listen, they don't have of course they have no shot whatsoever of winning the East unless we just see a major collapse by the Buffalo Bills. Because right now, this is your standings in the AFC East. Bills 10-2, Dolphins 5-7, Jets 3-9, and the Patriots 3-10. So most definitely, I can see the Dolphins should win this game. Listen, you win.
I think the biggest thing for the Dolphins right now is, like you said, getting to 500. If you can do that, you're going to feel a lot better. And just kind of locking some certain things in, man. It's been an interesting year. I mean, we obviously know like the injuries with Tua has played a big factor. The injuries with Tyreek Hill, even though he's been playing through them, has been a big factor. But recently the scariest thing, if you're a Dolphins fan, is hearing the quiet comments in the room about the head coach. And that's something to be the most concerned about, because I feel like a lot of us, and we talked about this the other day on our Thursday stream, how we feel like he's a pretty damn good coach. But when shit hits the fan and they're looking for a leader, someone to guide them, and through physicality, toughness, and those things, he's kind of fallen short. So, I don't think that says much of him as far as being a bad head coach, but maybe needing somebody else in that locker room to spark that kind of intensity, that can be that type of voice when they need it in those difficult situations. And that's what we're seeing now. Things aren't all sunshines and rainbows and daisies and shit this season,
Yeah, yeah.
and we're starting to see some of those little things unravel.
And that's when you find out exactly what kind of team you got, what kind of leaders you got. When adversity hits, when everything's going good, everybody, the team is winning. Everybody's happy. It's good. But when adversity sets in, and you find yourself losing multiple games or 7 straight games, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
your 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 stability is tested. Your togetherness is tested as a team.
Right.
You have to try to fight not to be going against each other. So yeah, that's definitely something that we need to pay attention with going on. Again, I think Mike McDaniels is a hell of a coach. I mean, I was talking about get rid of him 2 years ago, last when they were winning. I mean, hey, but fan bases would be fan bases.
Yeah,
all right, let's go to the next game up. Now, this game here is very interesting. Kirk Cousins is going back to his former home, one of his former homes. He's going back to face the 10-2. I get no respect, Minnesota Vikings. All the Vikings do is find a way to win. Now, I'm here to tell you, everybody, last week, I thought they lost that game. I thought that was a done dinner. I thought it was over. Somehow, some way, the Vikings found a way. They clawed, they scratched, they fought, and they came out with a victory. And today, they go head-to-head with the 6-6 Atlanta Falcons, who are in a bit of a tailspin, who have lost 3 straight. They're sitting at 6-6. Let's start at the QB position. Kirk Cousins last week threw 4 interceptions, man. There was even rumors about them possibly benching Kirk Cousins, which you can't do. And the only reason you can't do it because you're in the NFC South and you're still tied and you're still in first place. Any other division will probably will have seriously considered benching Kirk Cousins. Going back home against the Vikings, do you expect Kirk Cousins to have a bounce back game? Or do you expect him to throw to have another multiple in the turnover game today?
Oh man. I don't know. Kirk Cousins be doing Kirk Cousins things. Sometimes he looks amazing and sometimes he looks dull, and then other times he looked horrible. And that's what we got last week during their last game. Going back into Minnesota, I'm sure he's going to want to try and have a good game. I don't feel like Kirk Cousins is one of those that holds on to a grudge with different things like that. But, knowing that he's off from these bad starts and that the rumors are kind of bumbling around, and he's been through this before in many occasions, and he has stood up and proved himself in the ways to keep his position, as a starting quarterback, and also garner back the respect. Now, Atlanta is a different beast than what Minnesota is, especially like you said, being top of the division. It's like, damn, it's like, oh, we're Atlanta. We're finally on top of the South, even though the South has not been that competitive. We're supposed to be here, but we don't look like we should be. And then that's where the problems come in. I mean, Kirk has got his bag. His agent is phenomenal. Got him, $100 million, something like that. But there's a young Penix ready to take that light away from him. Like you said, I don't think it'll be this season, but he's definitely ready for next season. I think this is a must for him to show up in a big way. And you know what? I'm going to say he's going to do it. I'm going to say he's going to come out and have a pretty good game today.
Okay, Kirk Cousins. So let's just stick with Kirk Cousins as the theme of this game right now. Coach, last week he threw 4 interceptions. 4 of his interceptions came when he was targeting receivers who were aligned in the slot. So all 4 of his interceptions came when he was targeting the slot receiver. He also threw 3 of his 4 interceptions from a clean pocket with no pressure. Now that's something that should be troubling.
That's new. That's new. That's not how it should work.
He threw 3 interceptions with a clean pocket. The Falcons, so that was then. Now, on play action, Kirk Cousins has used play action on all 36 of his dropbacks from under center this season. He has averaged 12 yards per attempt while under the center, the second most in the NFL, trailing only famous Jameis Winston, who's at 12.8, and he's thrown for just 211 yards and one intercept on 35 such passes. Now, a player to look out for also in this game, Matthew Judon. We know the big trade that the Falcons made to get Judon. He has played 63% of the Falcons snaps through week 6, the most by any edge defender on the team, but he has played only 55% of the snaps since then. He has the 8.1 pressure rate. He has a 1.1% sack rate, which are both his lowest since 2018. So right now, Matthew Judon is not paying dividends for the Atlanta Falcons. Going into this game, the Falcons are reeling. The Vikings still in competition, possibly for the division, though the Lions did clinch a playoff berth, but not the division yet. Minnesota has something to play for. I think the Falcons' downward spiral continue, and I'm looking for the Vikings to go 11-2 today. I'm gonna go with the Vikings in this one, Zach. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'd like to see a comeback game for Kirk, especially going back to his old team. I feel like those stories kind of write themselves. And you feel personally, I feel like he can go ahead and do that. I mean, they got talent, they got players, and it makes me wonder, hearing that it's been in a clean pocket when he's throwing these interceptions. Are these miscommunications between him and the wide receivers? Like, we're talking about targeting a slot as a timing route that they don't have linked up. These are different things that I question. I'll stick with my original and just say Kirk Cousins has a good game. I don't necessarily know if that means they beat Minnesota, but just to play devil's advocate, I'll go ahead and pick the other side.
All right, Zach's doing the unthinkable to his home fan base.
Everything I've been guessing this year has been wrong. So you know what? I'm trying to
help him out.
Reverse jinxing myself.
Shout out to Red Song. Shout out to the Dixon Way podcast. My Falcon brethren over there. Welcome to the Disappointment Club. All right. Well, Life says he's going Vikings win this game. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's move on. We're going to be a pretty fast show today until Coach come in here on that oatmeal. But here we go. Right now, New Orleans Saints taking on the New York Giants. Zach. If for all y'all who don't know it's your first time, Zach and I, of course, are Saints fans. Black and gold through and through. I'm the host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast. Zach is Real Fan Sports, though he does not do a Saints podcast. He is diehard black and gold, and we have to deal with this debacle of a season. So here we go. And I've said it all week, and I ain't gonna change on game day.
I know you have been.
The Saints are gonna go up here to New York. Malik Neighbors is gonna have a career game, and I hope I'm wrong by all this. I definitely do. Malik Neighbors is gonna have a career game. Drew Lock, right? Drew Lock's the quarterback of the Giants.
Yes. I think Drew Lock will be starting. Yep.
Drew Lock is starting. Drew Lock will have the game of his life today. And the young running back for the Giants will rush for over 100 yards. Prove me wrong. The Saints have allowed 150 yards more in 6 or 7 of the last contests. They cannot stop the run. And if I'm the Giants, I don't really want to put the game in Drew Lock's hand at all. I'm going to run the ball. I'm going to establish the run. And I'm going to go play action over there. And I'm going to take shots with neighbors. And I'm going to test these young corners for the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to test Kool-Aid McKinstry. I'm going to test Alante Taylor. But on paper, the Saints if they play up to their capabilities, they should possibly win this game. Now the
They should
Giants
win
do
this
have
game,
some
man.
young talent now. They do have some young talent at the skill positions. What's your thoughts, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, I think they do. I mean, I like Malik Neighbors. I feel like his hands have been questionable in recent weeks, which is definitely something that's concerning. He's also dealing with a sore hip flexor right now. According to the most recent news, that he is trying to play, and so it looks like he's going to give it a shot at it. Um, it's still just Drew Lock back there, man. I think that the most disappointing thing as a Saints fan, it's like even though as much things has been hard, the one solid piece has now gone down and is out for the rest of the season. And in Taysom Hill, and he's just such a big part of our offense on those big plays, those must-get yardage to extend drives or whatnot. And now we're gonna have to see some. They don't have a scapegoat player just to be like, all right, we need 3 yards, let's give it to him. Now they actually have the game plan and design, and it's just something that we haven't seen done very well. And I think that's the thing that concerns me. Overall, though, I think the Giants are just too busted and broken right now, and as bad off as the Saints have been, I think we should be good enough to beat the Giants. So I'm gonna take Saints over Giants.
Okay. Here's some facts for everyone. Tyrone Tracy Jr., running back for the New York Giants, and Malik
Very
Neighbors.
good.
These two rookies are the first pair of rookies to average more than 65 scrimmage yards per game. And how ironic is this, Zach? Since Reggie Bush and Marcus Colston did it in 2006 with the Saints. That's crazy.
That is, yeah.
And
That is
also,
crazy.
the Saints are one of two teams in the NFL without one player. I'm going to say it again. Without one player having 500 receiving yards. Alvin Kamara leads the Saints with 450 receiving yards. Now, one of the matchups, go ahead, Zach.
No, I'm just, you're making me depressed early this morning.
I'm
Dolph,
sorry,
okay?
brother.
All right. Look, I was trying to be in a good mood, watch this game. Hopefully it's a win. And now you're just making me go into depression. Okay.
Okay. So let's look at the matchup when the Saints had the ball of the Saints' fine young left tackle, Talisa Fuaka, going against Kayvon Thibodeau. Thibodeau has recorded 11.3 pressure rate and the fastest average time to pressure a quarterback at 2.58 seconds of his career this season. Thibodeau has a line as the Giants' right edge rusher, 78.2% of his defensive snaps this season, which means that he will be going up against Saints rookie left tackle Talisa Fuaga. Fuaga, family, get this. Fuaga has allowed just 6.7% pressure rate this season, which is the fifth lowest among 36 left tackles with at least 150 pass blocks
Impressive.
at the position. Not rookies, but this is an entire league.
Now you're making me excited. See, now you're bringing up good things, and now I'm happy again.
Talisa Fuaga, Kayvon Thibodeau, a matchup to watch today. Derek Carr, for those who care, Derek Carr has thrown a deep pass of 20-plus air yards at the 6th highest rate in the NFL this season. Just thought I'd throw that nugget out there. Tell you, don't ask me why, but this is as the NFL turn. We give you little nuggets and things like that, fam. All right, let's go. Zach,
Saints. Give me Saints.
He said, Zach, where do I watch it?
If I am up and on my computer while I'm watching the game, I'll put it on the Discord. Cool. So yeah, check out the Discord.
Gotcha. There you go. All right, family. Next game on the docket. The Oliver Sutton pesky Carolina Panthers.
For sure, man. Bryce Young looking dangerous, looking confident. You saw that pass, he stepped up in the pocket and sent a missile 40 yards into the end zone. Man,
I don't know what happened.
Where'd it come from?
I don't know what happened during that benching, but that kid has come back. And now, since his return to the starting lineup, he has been playing, in my opinion, like many thought he would be playing last year when he was the first overall selection in the draft by the Panthers. Now, are these few weeks since he's returned to the start lineup enough to quiet the Panther fan base and those inside the organization who think that they may move on from Bryce Young in the offseason? What's your thoughts on that? Then, of course, as for the game, listen, I think they'll be pesky, man. I see the Eagles coming out on top in this game.
I hope they're pesky. The Eagles to me are the second best team in the NFC. I don't even know if I'd say that there's a close third. The Eagles to me, man, their run game is just dominant. I still like to see a little more out of Jalen Hurts, but they haven't had to because what Saquon's been doing. And I just think they're gonna wear and tear the Panthers down. But I am glad to see Bryce Young, really going out there and doing his thing, man. Like it's been good to see a young kid that's dealt with a lot of controversy, in a struggling organization, that they haven't been able to find any type of life to, grip onto. And now finally, even though it's just in a short span, 2-3 weeks, but it's enough to where it's like, okay, now I'm starting to see the potential. Now it's like, okay, now we can work on doing some type of growth or something of that sort of how we could build around and what this team could look like. What assets do you need? Because before you didn't know what to surround them with because you didn't get to see any of it.
Right.
So I think that this is a good thing. And like I said, I think he, started eating his Wheaties because he out there doing his thing now. And then big shout out to Bryce Young, man.
Shout out. Speaking of Bryce Young, 2 of his 3 career games with 250 passing yards have come in the last 2 games. Now, let's talk about the MVP, in my opinion, the leader for MVP in the National Football League, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley has 8 games this season with 100 yards plus, which is tied with, this is a throwback for all my old heads out there and all my Eagle historians, one of the final running backs, I think, that in National Football League history, Wilbert Montgomery. And so Saquon is tied with Wilbert Montgomery. This Montgomery set the record back in 1981 for the most games in the season for the franchise of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, offense against defense in this contest today, you will have the number 1 ranked offense, rushing offense, going against the last ranked rushing defense, which is surprising me because I thought they was in New Orleans. But you will have the Eagles taking on the Panthers. And this matchup, we know how this is going. The previous 6 teams are 6-0, and they average in those 6 wins, family, 226 yards per game. And this matchup, and this is the first time since week 14, Zach, I'm going to give you a guess. Give me a year that you'll have the number 1 rushing offense against the number 1 rushing defense. This is the first time since week 14 of what year? I'll give you 2 guesses.
2016.
No, sir. One more.
Earlier or later?
Later.
Oh, later. 2021.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Earlier. Much earlier.
Oh, early. Oh, shit. Oh,
much earlier.
Oh, God. Okay. Damn. We 1987.
Nah. 1970.
Oh, shit. Much earlier. That's actually crazy. That's the first time in 50 years almost. 50 that's years. Insane.
Yeah. The first time the number 1 rushing offense will go against the worst rushing defense in the National Football League. It's only occurred 6 times, 7 times. The 7th time will occur today in Philadelphia. Zach and myself, we just see the Eagles winning this. We're going with the Eagles. Eagles easily in this one. Skylar, how you doing? Come on in. Skylar, thank you for getting Zach up this morning. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Skylar.
I wish I went to sleep. so I'd actually be up.
All right, here we go. Next game up. Browns, Steelers. Don't overlook this game. We all remember the game the snow angel game, where Jameis famous Winston led the upset of the Browns over the Steelers. Now there's some talking. Listen, the Browns and Steelers, they just don't like each other. All right, now
Yeah, they're
Steelers
not the
wide
biggest fan.
receiver George Pickens was asking. You see it on the ticker about the rematch, and he was asked by Greg Newsom, and the man said, "I don't even know who that is." And I
Not
love it.
bad.
I love it. I love it. He said, I
Not
don't even
bad.
know who that is, man. Who's
If I'm
Greg
being
Newsom?
honest with you.
If I'm being honest with you, but he said, look, and they said, well, you called them a bad team. He said, they are a bad team. I'm just going by their record. They're a bad team, you know. So in the rematch, this time in the Steel City, I look for the Steelers to bounce back. I think the Steelers take this contest. And I really think that it's a game that the Steelers really want to go out and send a message, not only to the rest of the AFC, but to the Browns. I'm going to Steelers by 2 touchdowns in this one. Call me crazy.
You think it's going to be a big flip like that? I mean, yeah, I mean, they lost. The weather was, a partial factor in their last loss to the Browns. What happened just 2 weeks ago? We got to see every bit of Jameis Winston in full effect this past week, man. We got to see the good, the bad, the phenomenal, the horrible, the disgusting. I'm telling you, it's probably one of my favorite NFL games so far this year.
Yeah.
Because Jameis Winston went from charging down the field in 30 seconds, scored a touchdown, to throwing it damn near should have pick six with a go-ahead score needing to win. It was incredible, man. Love Jabu, but goodness, I wish he would clean that up. Yeah, I think Steelers will win. I don't know about a cleanup, man, because I'm still not sold on the Steelers. Like I still have my doubts about them as how competitive they are as a team. Yeah, I'm a go Steelers. I think they're better than the Browns. But I don't know about 2 scores.
Okay, Zach St. Dolph, you crazy. All right, here we go.
Now, a little crazy.
Here's a little history for you. The Steelers have won 20 straight home games against the Browns. I'm gonna say,
yeah, that's the history. 20 straight.
20 straight. This is the second longest streak in NFL history, only behind the Packers, who won 23 straight games at home against the Lions from 1992 to 2014.
So Browns haven't beat Steelers in Pittsburgh since 2003. Is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's it. Look, guys, they play every year in Pittsburgh. Okay, like this ain't like they only play once or twice every couple of years. No, they play every year.
Every year they add it.
All right. Well, you know what? Never mind. Give me the Steelers by 4 touchdowns.
Nah, for those of you who think that hey, the Browns haven't swept them. The Browns did win the first one. So when was the last time they swept the Steelers? We got to go back to 1988. Your boy was a freshman in high school. 1988. That's right. That's the last time the Browns swept the Steelers. So it's been 32 consecutive seasons without a sweep. Not only against the Steelers, but get this, Zach. The Browns haven't swept a divisional opponent in 32 seasons, which is the longest streak by any team in NFL history. The Browns can make history today. They can stop the 20-game losing streak.
Are we going to see history?
Oh, wow. And they can sweep a division opponent for the first time in 32 years. But to do so, they're going to have to go through Russell Wilson. It wasn't the offense that let the Steelers down in that first contest. It was the defense. Since taking over at quarterback, Russell Wilson is 5-1, and the Steelers are averaging the 6th most points a game at 28.7, and the second most total yards at 389 yards a game. Now, when I say that it wasn't the offense that let the Steelers down, we know that game, Myles Garrett took personal. You heard him after the game, like, TJ Watt's okay, but I'm that dude. I'm the man. Well, Jack Conklin, his teammate, helped prove the point, because Jack Conklin, the left tackle, for the Cleveland Browns held T.J. Watt to just one pressure and no sacks on 24 matchups in Week 12. I'm going to say that again.
Wow.
T.J. Watt had one pressure and no sacks against Jack Conklin in Week 12 in the Browns' upset win. And this was the second time since 2018 that Conklin has held a pass rusher to one or fewer pressures on 20 or more matchups, and he is the sixth offensive lineman to do so to Watt over that time frame.
Wow, so that's impressive, man. I mean, the weather definitely. I mean, the weather still definitely plays a bit of a factor. I mean, that was one crazy game. You know, right once that second half came, it went from, you know, a light snowfall to a damn blizzard really quick. But you know, but yeah, that's still TJ Watt. I mean, he's one of the best to do it right now. He's one of the best in the NFL. Like, getting to the quarterback, has been since he's been in the league. So to be able to stop him like that, yeah, big ups to him.
Joe, how you doing, my friend? Come on,
what up, Joe?
Hit that like button, subscribe, man. Welcome to the family. Our sisters in here. I saw baby, how you doing? Baby. Come on in. Just Blaze, how you doing?
What up,
Come
Blaze?
on in. All right. Joe said it was his first time catching us live. Who else? All right,
welcome to the family, brother. Welcome
to the family, brother. Welcome to the family. All right. Speaking of that NFC, that AFC North, man, let's take a look at the standings right now in the AFC North. So right now in the AFC North, the Steelers 9-3. The Jekyll and Hyde, you don't know what you go get out of them. Ravens are 8-5. And the Bengals are 4-8. And to everyone in Cincinnati, I want to welcome you to what the New Orleans Saints had to deal with for 3 consecutive years, where you have an all-world quarterback playing his ass off, balling, going out scoring 38, and you got a defense going out giving up 40 or 41.
Man,
welcome. I mean, it just got to be.
It was crazy. It's such a big flop too, man. Because I mean, that was a big part of Cincinnati, was that their defense was pretty stout. You know, it was always the offensive line. Now it's the offensive line and the defense. Like, man, what can they do? You know, it just man, getting either Joe gets tore up or his arm gets tore up having to throw for you know, 1 million yards.
No running game. No semblance of a running game. They damn sure miss Joe Mixon. They mixing. So the running game has not been the same for them. So, all right, family, let's go our next contest. Whoa, the Raiders and the Buccaneers, the Battle of the Pirates. Who's gonna sink whose ship in this one, baby? This battleship. Who's gonna walk the plank in this one? Oh, I say the Raiders will go walk the plank in this one. But are they really? All right, family. I know y'all been waiting for it, and here it goes. My first one of the day. Call me crazy. I don't know. Even 9 might say I'm crazy for this one. But I'm about to lone wolf this one, baby, because I know there's no damn way Zach's going with the Raiders. I'm taking Brock Bowers, the all-world tight end, one of the best young tight ends that come in the National Football League in a long time. I'm taking the Raiders with the upset, baby, today in the Sunshine State. Let's go Raiders, baby. Silver and black, baby. Just win, baby. Just win. Raiders over Bucks today.
Is Mike Evans still hurt?
No, Mike Evans
playing?
He is back. Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's back.
All right, well, with Mike Evans, man, you're going to have me picking every team but the damn Bronco. Oh, look, there he is coming in hot. He heard the Raiders and he woke up.
He woke up now.
From what Nana's told me is that they actually looked really good last week. You know, I mean, and realistically, they should have beat the Chiefs. Right. And they have been playing better. I don't know, man. To be honest, I think both teams are kind of dookie. if we're being honest. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna go Bucks, but I could see this game going either way. Aiden O'Connell back in there with a confident, coach leading, the play calling now. I think they found a stud running back in Abdullah. I think much better than what they had with Madison. That makes a huge difference. Myers has quietly been one of the top wide receivers in the NFL this year. I think he's only dropped 1 or 2 passes all year so far, which is incredible. But at Buccaneers in Tampa Bay, Tampa absolutely needing to get a win to try to stay in this fight for the NFC South, expecting the Minnesota Vikings, the higher seed, to take down the Falcons. I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
Okay, he's gone with the Bucs, and we're now being joined by another host of As the NFL Turns. This man is the second poet. He makes up Real Fan Sports with Zach. Needs no introduction, but for those who don't know, he is the great Nostradamus, the one and only. Nah, fiction. Nah, what's up? What's up, nah?
You didn't put people's hopes so damn high already. Damn. I don't even know how to come in with that one. I'm doing well, but how you guys doing this morning? No camera for me today. No camera for today.
No problem. We doing good, man. We doing good, my brother. Thank you for being here, man. Hey, your Raiders against the Bucs. Call me crazy, man. I think you guys can do it today. I think you'll spring the upset.
You know what? To be honest, I mean, of course, you because of how the team's been playing, what was it, eight losses in a row. The last 2 or 3 have actually been much closer than what the numbers have shown. Like I told Zach, the offense, I don't know if anybody's watching, but the offense actually has looked different. Besides the damn fumble in 2 games, we would have beat the Chiefs twice. And I mean, to me, I know don't say much because I don't think Chiefs is a real being undefeated. They're not the best undefeated we've seen in the last couple of years, to be honest. But I think this could turn out to be actually a good game. But also it depends on who travels with this team. You know what I'm saying? Because the team traveling back that way, all the way from the West Coast, that's a tough travel to go play football the next day. So, as a Raiders fan, of course, I would love to see the Raiders win, but my expectations are the Bucs pull it out at the end, to be honest. But I as a Raiders fan, just want to see more growth. I don't even care if they don't win. I just want to see growth. That's all I want to see.
Gotcha. All right, just a little injury news for everybody. Jets linebacker C.J. Mosley has been placed on injury reserve with a neck injury. Also, Buffalo tight end Dalton Kincaid knee. He is not expected to play today as the Bills take on the Los Angeles Rams. This is courtesy of NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Mike Garofalo. And also the Eagles have placed tight end Dallas Goedert knee on injured reserve. So 2 big injuries for the Bills and the Eagles because both of those tight ends are very important to what both of those teams do. And with those 2 injuries, which team is affected the most by the loss of their tight end?
Probably the Eagles, man. I like Dawson Knox. I think he's a suitable backup. They question their hands, but I mean, he did great things with them before Kincaid got there. It's not like this system's new to him. He flows right in. The things that Goddard does is going to be missed. One, because I mean, he is a threat catching the ball, but he's also a damn good blocker. And we'll see how that affects their run game today.
Right. Yeah, I think them losing Goddard is actually pretty big.
It's
like Zach said, as being a blocker, but he's also a weapon that teams always seem to forget about. They always seem to forget about Goddard because he doesn't ever get the ball in the first quarter. But it's that second and third quarter where he kind of comes to life, and them not having him there could be an issue as the game progresses towards the end. So I think Goddard might be the biggest loss.
Gotcha. And in this contest also, for the Raiders to have success, they're going to have to slow down rookie running back Bucky Irvin for the Buccaneers.
He's really good.
Yeah, he has forced a missed tackle on 36% of his carries this season, which is the second highest among running backs with at least 100 carries. Now, Aiden O'Connell and Baker Mayfield. Aiden O'Connell has completed 20 of his 29 passing attempts for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns against which coverage, Zion? I'm going to throw this to you. Which coverage you think he's had this success against?
I would say coverage 2.
Well, not quite. No, not cover 2, my friend. But you're close.
I'm not sure. He's
cover 3. Against the blitz.
Oh shit!
So yeah, against the blitz, he's
I
throwing for
heard close, and I was like, I'll add
264
one.
yards and 2 touchdowns
Oh, you
against the
said
blitz.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
averaged
coverage.
9 yards a carry per attempt, which is the 8th most in the NFL. Now Baker's releasing the ball really quick this season.
Yeah.
In fact, it's the quickest he's released in his career. He's releasing in about 2.6 seconds, and he has thrown 13 touchdowns, tied for most in the NFL, and just 1 interception on quick passes this season, including the 3rd highest passing rating on such attempts. So just a few things to think about in this contest. And like I said, Brock Bowers just fell in the lap of the Raiders. And all he has done this season is catch 84 passes on 113 targets for 884 yards and 4 touchdowns, including he has, get this, guys, he has 456 yards after the catch, which is 6th most in the NFL and the most by any tight end. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, he has the 3rd most yards.
One
He's actually
day,
the
man.
3rd out of all receivers. He's number 3.
Yes.
Rookie is number 3. He's been the best tight end this entire season. There has not been no tight end close to him. And it's like, if I know Daniels is doing the damn thing, but if this man don't get offensive rookie of the year,
man, come on.
If he don't get it, he's doing something that you're not supposed to do at the tight end position. You're not supposed to come in and do that tight end position.
And
you can probably come in as a receiver. Yeah, it normally takes them to learn, but he came in and immediately made a difference. He's the reason that Myers actually looks much better this year, because Myers now can get the ball.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Jerry, how you doing? Come on in.
Jerry.
Come on in. That's right, sir. It's game day, baby. Welcome to As the NFL Turns, Jerry. Thank you as always, my brother. Yeah, so who we got in this game, family? Y'all know I got the Raiders. 9. You
I'm gonna go Bucks.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks, but my heart's always with the Raiders, man. No matter who they go against.
Well, the first one today, it's the Lone Wolf, baby. Oh, there we go, man. That's the first one of the day. Dolph out on the last, taking the Raiders
ready
over
to
the
go.
Bucks. All right, here we go. Now, this game here is must-see TV. You got to be tuned into this one. If you're a Titan fan, you're a Jaguar fan, this game should solely be available in only those 2 markets, just like the Saints and the Giants should only be available in those 2 markets, because nobody outside those markets give a damn. But anyway, it's the National Football League. I'm sorry, but I love you, Jaguar Nation, Titan Nation. I love y'all, but
I'll tell you what, they trying to compete right now with the Carolina Panthers on who's gonna sell the lowest price tickets in the season. Man, tickets are going as low as $3. That means you can pull up to your local Walmart, collect some change, and you could scrounge up $3 and go to a game. Yeah,
you saying
the
Jaguars are
$3?
Titans are Jags.
It says tickets as low as $3 in Nissan Stadium. Wow. I don't think I've seen those prices since like the 90s.
90s, man. Shit, I ain't seen that. The late 70s, 80s, I ain't seen that.
No, I mean, like when a team is struggling and they do that, that's probably the last time I've seen that. But not an official price. Like, damn, $3.
But look here, guys. The Giants and the Saints aren't much further off. Okay, the economy is a little different out in New York. It's $9, so you might have to go to 2 of your local Walmarts in order to get your $9.
That's the upscale living for $6.
Might have to go to 2 Walmarts.
Yeah, you got one is a regular Walmart and one is just the neighborhood Walmart.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Well, $9 you might have to go to a Target. You might have to go to a Target. It's a little more upscale.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Wow.
So a few facts leading into this game. Nick Westbrook has 8 receiving touchdowns on just 20 receptions in 2024. He is tied for the highest percentage of receptions at 40%, resulting in receiving touchdowns in the Super Bowl era among players with at least 20 receptions in the season. I bet we didn't know that. If that's not enough, I got a little more history for you. Check this out. Brian Thomas Jr. is one of only 5 players in the NFL with at least 750 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns this season. The guys that he's behind, check these names out. Jamal Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, Terry McLaurin. So not bad company for Brian Thomas Jr. There are some bright spots with these teams. Now, the Jaguars defense has allowed the most yards per attempt for quarterbacks who drop back in the highest passer rating of 110 in the NFL this season. So maybe today is the day that the Titans' young quarterback has a bounce back game. Well, coming out game. Because right now, if you're the Titans organization, are you entering this year's draft looking for a quarterback?
I would go on a limb and say no.
Okay.
Because I've watched not last week, but the 2 weeks before. And just like we talked about with Bryce Young, I feel like the game is starting to slow down for him because he made some plays, some passes that just 4 weeks ago he would have not been able to make.
Gotcha.
And he looked a whole lot different, a little more comfortable. So I would say give him another year and see what happens. I mean, it's not like you're fighting for a championship right now anyway.
Gotcha.
So draft some more depth, bring in some more line in the draft, and run it back one more time.
Okay.
Allow the rookie to grow.
Zach, your thoughts on Levis?
Dude puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Enough said.
Get him out the country.
No,
nah,
who cares? That's his thing. I don't care.
Bro, that shit, I damn near puked just hearing that. Man, that's some nasty shit.
I don't care. Brother, I don't care. I don't care.
All right. So in this contest, who we got? Jaguars, Titans. Who we going with in this one?
I hope the fans that paid $3 get to see a show. Give me the Titans.
Okay. I like that Titans defense, man. I like that defense now.
I'm talking about mayonnaise, man. Y'all crazy. I'm going Titans.
You go Titans.
I don't care about the mayonnaise. People eat chitlins out here, man. What you talking about?
He just got a mayonnaise endorsement. Last I heard.
I'm going with Titans.
He did commercials.
I'm taking Titans. Shout out to my brothers.
People eating chitlins out here. You talk about mayonnaise and coffee?
Yes, 100%.
I don't eat chillin'. Listen, I couldn't eat that.
You talking about intestines. You're going up for coffee.
I was raised by one of the best cooks in the world, my grandmother. This woman can cook, but there's one thing I would not touch that she cooked, and that's some damn chitlins. Anything smell that not damn bad cannot be good for you.
When I was a kid, my mom used to make them, and my bedroom was by the kitchen, so I understand that smell. And I've had them before, just like I've had hog head cheese, but I will never eat that again.
Hog head cheese, good now. I mean, you playing with hog head cheese?
I'm not playing.
Hog head cheese with them crackers.
I'm good on a saltine. Come on,
I don't need the gristle and all that stuff. I'm good.
They like, damn, is this a pregame? Yeah, well, welcome to the NFL turn, baby. We take you.
I don't know how we got here, but if me and Nana here,
let's talk about mayo.
It started about mayo, but now we talk about hog head.
We talking about mayo? I'm with my Allen Iverson. We talk about mayo? Oh my god.
All right, man. Shout out to Tyler and Kat, my coaching brethren, as they are big Titans fans, and they're waiting for the draft, man. And Levis ain't their guy. They want a new quarterback. All right, but it's a clean sweep. We all gone with the Titans. We think they should get the win tonight, which will improve the Jaguars' chances at the #1 overall selection in the 2025 NFL draft. All right. Now, battle for the West. Seahawks and Cardinals. The Cardinals let one slip away last week in Minnesota. They had the game right there. They were unable to finish today against the Seahawks at home for first place in the NFC West. 9-0 Zach, do the Cardinals get the job done? Does the rejuvenated Geno Smith lead the Seahawks to victory today in the desert?
I'll let you go, Don. I don't know, man. I haven't got to watch a single Cardinals game yet this year. So I don't have a big feel of what they look like, what they don't look like. But what I do know is that Kenneth Walker is out. And
yes, he is out, yes.
And with him being out makes things a little bit more difficult. The Cardinals are trying to win a division that everybody had them counted out for.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And in saying that, I want to give it to the Cardinals for that reason alone. Go and grab it.
Okay.
And I'll be right back, guys.
I mean, yes, the running back for Seahawks is out. The Cardinals are on a win streak right now, so that's actually a big plus.
Okay.
Like Zach said, man, this division is kind of like up in the air, to be honest with you. It gets in disarray. After so many teams have had so many injuries in this division, they just look like crap, i.e. the 49ers, who I don't know what they're gonna do in this season, at the end of the season. But I have not watched a full Cards game, but every time I have seen any bits of Cards, it's always been just highlights. It's just random highlights of them doing something that people are like, damn, they did all this and still, came up short, or they did this and it didn't happen the way they wanted it to happen. So I think even with Geno, doing this thing coming back, which is cool. There's a lot of pieces that comes with Seattle. If their receivers is not on point, because sometimes there's games where you don't understand why they lost that game. But then when you watch the highlight, you're like, oh, nobody has hands all of a sudden. They just stopped catching the ball. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Because I think they have the better QB. So I'm going to put it on his shoulders. He don't give on plays. He'll run and run and run. He'll scamper as much as he can. Find open receiver, throw it across his body like you're not supposed to, and find and get him in the end zone. I've seen a couple highlights the last couple of weeks that he's been doing that.
Right.
Just like you said, they have something to fight for, and everybody who counted him out, myself included, we see it. Whatever happened at the beginning of the season, that team that was at the beginning of the season was not the team that we see now.
No, it's not. It's not.
So I'm going with the Cardinals.
Got you. One of the better tight ends that no one talks about plays for Arizona, and that's Trey McBride. And matter of fact, on the last matchup with the Seahawks, he caught 12 or 15 targets for 133 yards, and he also had 76 of those 76 yards after the catch, which were all career highs. In fact, McBride, has now accumulated 526 receiving yards on open targets this season, which is the third most in the league and the most among tight ends. So he would definitely be someone that the Seahawks would be paying attention to. And Geno Smith he's found a connection with second-year receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah.
Smith and Njigba have connected on 20 or 22 passing attempts for a 90.9% completion rating for 261 yards and one touchdown since the bye week for the Seahawks. So in this contest, man, I'm going with the Cardinals. I think it's a game that you can toss up. It's whichever. Know what this game is going to come down to?
What you thinking?
I'm thinking it's going to come down to somebody's going a special teams play. Either it's going to be a turnover or a return for a touchdown by one of these special teams is going to be the difference. And I think it's going to be Arizona. I'm going to go with the Cardinals at home over the Seahawks in this one. Everybody in the chat, who you got? Sammy got the Seahawks. Jerry, who you got? Pammy, who you got? Who else we got in here?
Yeah,
Joe, who you got?
I definitely think, I don't know why they don't use the kid. They used him when he first kind of came in from his rookie season, and they just walked away from him. The Seahawks with Jake Bobo.
Yeah,
he's so talented, but they don't use him.
Gotcha.
They don't use him at all.
And
get that man the ball.
Yes. And again, for the Seahawks, another reason is Kenny Walker the third, man. I believe he is out today. I don't believe
Yes,
Kenny Walker
he's
the
out.
third.
He is out. I mean, Zach Charbonnet is a decent backup, but there's a couple of games I do have in fantasy, so I know his numbers when Kenneth wasn't in there at the beginning of the season actually were pretty good, but they weren't amazing. So he's gonna have to be top tier today if he's gonna, help this team achieve the W. But
Yeah.
I just believe the Cardinals with Connor the running back, just have more. He just got a new contract last week, so he's no longer fortunate to try to get a contract. Now he can relax. He can play within himself. I believe Cards pull it out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals. Zach, any thoughts on this contest before we move on?
Yeah, Cardinals, man. That's what
Cardinals.
I'm rocking with.
Everybody's going with the Cardinals in this one. Hey, also right now while we are on the selection show is going on for the first college football playoffs. I for one love games yesterday. It was great football. SMU losing yesterday. Unfortunately, they go kick them out. They go put Alabama in. We already know this. We already know this. Yeah, they go put Alabama in that thing, man. Penn State, shout out to the Nittany Lions, man. As they beat the number one team yesterday, they beat the Oregon Ducks 45-37. So that was it was some great football college football.
No. Oregon won. I was about to say, hold up. No, Oregon won 45-37. It was a close game, though. Oregon looked like they were going to run away with it, and Penn State, I think, came back in the second half. No.
Oh, they couldn't do it. They couldn't pull it off.
They couldn't pull it off. Yeah, they put up 13 points in the 13 points in the fourth quarter, but Oregon was able to stay up top, 45-37.
45-37. The Ducks. Well, the Ducks proved why they're the number one seed, man.
They got some speed on that team, man.
They got
some serious speed.
They get that all-important bye, man. All right. 325. Rams against Rams. Don't listen. It was 4 a.m. I did this.
I'll take the Rams.
I'm gonna damn it, you boy. The Rams against the Rams, boy. I tell you, boy. God damn it, dog. Wake up. All right, here we go. The Bills against the Rams, man. Listen, the Rams were fortunate to win last week because they went against a New Orleans Saints team that, quite frankly, isn't good. That ain't the case today. I'm telling you right now, Josh Allen goes to California, baby. And after this game, they gonna put a star on the Walk of Fame for Josh Allen. Bills all day, baby, all the way, all Bills. Y'all know I love Sean McVay, but I think the Bills get the job done today. Even without Dalton Kincaid, I'm going with the Bills. As a matter of fact, I think it's gonna be a close game. I got the Bills winning 27-23.
I like the Bills in this one, man. I'm kind of right there with you. I think I felt like the Rams should have defiantly beat the Saints last week, and they didn't. And they easily could have lost that game as well. The Rams just have not shown, outside of, I think, 1, maybe 2 games this year, what both me and Dolph thought they were going to be like at the beginning of the season, man. It was a big disappointment. And the Bills did everything that I didn't think they would do. That's why it's been a weird year for my prediction. So, but yeah, I'm going Bills. I like Bills in this one, man. I want them to ride to glory into the playoffs, man, and hopefully maybe see a Super Bowl. I don't know. I want to see something different.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to see something different. I mean, have we not seen how they played in the freezing snow like the last couple of weeks? They're going to a place where there ain't no snow. The weather is much better. Yeah, I mean, the Rams do have good parts and they do have a good quarterback, some good receivers. But this team they getting out the snow to play football. Oh, they're gonna have a hell of a game. I'm going with Buffalo. I'm going with Buffalo to beat the brakes off this team.
Oh, great.
Now, Matthew Stafford is tied for second in the NFL with 14 touchdowns since the return of his top 2 wide receivers. What are the chances of that happening? Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, since they returned from injury in week 8. But not to be outdone, the quarterback on the other side, Josh Allen became the first quarterback in NFL history last week to have a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in the same game against the 49ers. What will he do for an encore as he goes up against another team for California? We ain't got too long to find out. Just a couple hours and we will find out, family. So right now, Allen has 60 total touchdowns in December and January since 2020, which is 15 more than any other player in that span. But Allen has been helped by a young running back. That's right, James Cook. He's coming from under his big brother's shell. Yeah, he's coming from one of the shell of Dalvin because James Cook is the only. Right now, James Cook is only the second player in Bills franchise history. Shout out to Jeremy to have more than 10 rushing touchdowns through the first 11 games of the season. He is a big part of what this team does, not only in the rushing game, but also in the passing game, getting the ball in this kid's hand. He is explosive. He's a playmaker. With Dalton Kincaid being out today, look for him I think, to get a few more touches in the passing game. So if you have James Cook in fantasy, you might want to start him today. So we all are going with the Bills in this one, looking for the Bills to get past the LA Rams. Pammy says, I have officially checked out of football. I'm still watching, but I really don't care. Don't let them do it to you, Pammy. Don't let them do it to you. If you don't know Pammy Whammy, she's another black and gold diehard, man. It just done took all the fight out my sister, man. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right, fam. Let's go to the next contest.
Can't wait for February to watch another team celebrate a Super Bowl win in our city. Can't wait.
Who can't wait to see this game? Let me just say this: the wheels have come off the bus. They don't have one flat tire. They got 3 flat tires, and they got a slow leak on the other tire. The 49ers are downtrodden. The window, my friend, for all those cocky 49er fans out there. All y'all who were talking so cocky. Through all of this, you didn't get one. You couldn't get one with the window open. Not one Super Bowl could you get with the window open. And make no mistake, the window is closing on the 49ers. It's going to be wholesale changes come next season. Now, I heard reports about possibly them moving on from Shanahan, which Lynch laughed at and said, man, that's crazy. But where there's smoke, there's fire. You know, look what the Bears did their former coach. They let him come out there and do the press conference and then fired him at the press conference. So you never know.
Very polite of them.
Yeah, very polite of them. Go ahead and do your last press conference. We'll let you do that. So after that, you're fired.
Your bags are out front.
Your bags are out front. You ain't got to worry about getting on the charter bus or nothing. We got your Uber.
You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, you can't stay here. You got to get the hell out of here. All right, man. Bears, 49ers. 49ers desperately need this win. And despite being 5-7, a win today, and they could be in a 3-way tie for second place in the NFC West. And with an opportunity to win it. So this still is they still have an opportunity to make the best out of this season.
They're 5-7.
They're 5-7, man.
Well, they could make it. They could make it a 3-way tie then, right? Because isn't Seattle 7-7 something?
Yeah, it'd be a 3-way tie for second.
Oh, for second. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not for first. Yeah, for second. That's why the day.
Well, actually, if Rams, no, man, if they, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, I see what you put down now. I got you. I heard that wrong. I see what you're saying.
No, I'm saying if the Seahawks and Rams lose today, and they win, then all three of them 6-7.
My brain it shut off for a minute. I'm here now.
And like we said, that's why today's game is such big for Arizona. They can put a little distance between themselves and the field, but with a loss, and with a loss, it's a log jam up there, man.
Oh yeah,
it's a log jam. All right. So who we thinking in this game? I don't know when you look at these 49ers, man. It's been such a disappointment this season, man.
I mean, they've had just as many injuries as
Man, cry me a river.
as the
Cry.
Lions, and the Lions still
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cry me a river with injuries, man. It's part of the game. Next man up. Bears. Only because they're at home and this Bears offense still has problems. They're going to have to do something in the offseason. They're going to have to make a move in the offseason with this offense to get this young quarterback more consistent.
They need a line.
I'm going to 49ers, man.
Need a line. Hey, it's
I'm going
more
to
than just a
49ers.
line, man. It's more than just a line. He's just making.
No, I'm just saying
a line
one.
help.
They need that.
Agree.
They need that first.
They definitely need that. They do.
You over there running like Usain Bolt most of the game.
It doesn't. It's not helping his progression with how
running like Usain Bolt.
Yeah, look, the Bears haven't won
life
in what's that? 6 weeks has been since they last won a game.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, man.
It's tough, bro. And we talking about the Niners. That's why it's like you about
I mean, I'm gonna go with the Niners, but
hey, family,
you know what? Yo, this is a stinker week of football, man. This is really a stinker week of football.
Hey, just to give y'all the update, bro. In the first round matchup, college football playoffs, number 12 seed Clemson will take on the number 5 seed Texas Longhorns. That's the first round. So Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Penn State are your top 4 seeds. Boise State is your 9th seed. Arizona State 12th, and Clemson. Well, they were ranked 16th in the final rankings, but Clemson gets in as the 12th seed. They will be taking on Texas. Penn State. They just announced Penn State as the 6th seed, and they're about to announce their opponent. And I'll let you know as soon as that happens. But in this game here, I'm going with 49ers, man. I think the 49ers.
I'll go with the Niners, I guess.
Oh, Notre Dame is the 7th seed. So Notre Dame will be hosting the game in the first round. Man, let me just tell you something. I got one eye on this too. I like this for football because now it gives that March Madness feel to it, man. Where you got the teams just sitting down watching the big screen, waiting to see their name called, man. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this just from that perspective, man. But Notre Dame is your 7th seed, and we'll see their matchups as we go on. But in this contest, guys, we all going with the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 49ers as well. Like Zach was saying, this Bears need more. I mean, he has looked a lot better the last couple of weeks, which is glad to see that he's not gonna try to bust just yet. But I will say this: ever since last season, when Hufanga got injured last season, this team ain't been the same since. So when he got injured, the defense fell apart, then the offense fell apart, and they ain't been the same since.
Yeah,
it ain't been the same at all. But I will go with the Niners. Begrudgingly,
all right.
Go with the Niners.
Gotcha. The law firm is in the house. The official law firm of the Come On In Sports Network. That's right. They are here, baby. Anna Marie Elizabeth Rose Valowski. How you doing? Come on in. Look who in the chat, fella. Mozzie, what is up with your underachieving ass Ravens, man? What's going on, man? You need to go down there and have a pep talk with Dr. King Henry and Lamar Jackson, man. You got to get your guys together, man. You can't keep fumbling the ball like this in big games, man. Can't keep doing it. All right, man. Another update from the college football playoff. 8th seed, Ohio State. They will be hosting the 9th seed. Get this. The Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee will be taking on Ohio State. How about that? Man, there's some good matchups. I'm loving it. Interesting. It's some interesting matchups, man. All right, family. Now let's go. Sunday night game. You look up, and all of a sudden, I didn't know it. The goddamn Chargers. The Chargers 8-4.
Yeah.
8-4.
Solid squad, man.
The Chargers are 8-4. What a difference coaching makes. Coaching does make a difference. It does make a difference when you got that right leader. And most definitely they got the right leader. But they go to Arrowhead. They take on the defending world champion, the team that everybody hates. I understand you hate because they're winning.
That's not what we hating, though. That's not what we hating.
Well, nine, you just hate because they always beat the Raiders in there.
No, that's not why I'm hating.
Why
I'm
you hating?
I'm hating because you and just like you, and Carlos,
no.
even coach at times won't admit that they have been getting help. It's been proven now, and y'all just won't admit it. Just admit it. Just admit it.
You sound like a bitter Raider fan, man.
No, I'm not at all. No, I'm really not. And that means you don't know who I am, but I'm not because I don't take it to heart like that because I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you.
bro.
No.
They might get help, but they good, bro. They're a good football team. They're good football
But they're not as
team.
good as that record shows. That record is not that they're not as good as that record is, and we all know it.
Notre Dame. And Indiana, number 10 seed Indiana will be taking on the 7th seed Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. 2 11-1 football teams. And Indiana didn't show up good against Ohio State. And quite as it kept, Notre Dame's that sneaky team all season. Just been hovering around under the radar. So they gonna go take on Indiana. Now, here we go. The final, they're showing the finals spot. They're showing the resumes for Alabama and SMU. We already know who gonna get in, man. Because right now, SMU got the 60th ranked strength of schedule. Alabama got the 16th. Win-loss record of versus teams over 500. Alabama's 5-1. SMU is 5-2. And Alabama has wins against top 25 teams. SMU does not. Plain and simple, SMU dropped the ball last night. They had to win. It ain't officially been announced, but hey, we waiting.
Right.
I'm taking who you taking? You taking the Chargers?
Who are you talking to?
Zach said you taking the Chargers.
I didn't say. I hadn't even decided yet. No.
Okay. Look at mine. Chargers will upset the Chiefs. My upset of the week. All right, Mozzie, I hear you, nephew. Let's see. Booker, how you doing? Come on in. Mozzie said, Zach, you look dead, Docs. Get some sleep. Yeah,
I was talking with Mozzie before the stream. He was keeping me up. And then he had to go to work, left me, bro. And then that 30, 45 minutes of nobody to talk to wore my ass down.
Damn.
We here, though. We here.
We in this they got in. I'm sorry, Zach. They got in.
They got in? No shot.
They got in. Man.
Oh, the
roll tide, huh? Oh, we gonna roll it in. You gonna roll your ass home. Roll your ass home.
My dad's nice family about to go crazy. Oh, I already know Facebook is losing.
As the 11th seed, they will be headed to Happy Valley to take on Penn State. What does that mean? That means Alabama. Alabama, baby. They didn't get in, and I'm happy. They didn't get in.
That's crazy.
Oh, baby. How about that? The committee finally did the right thing. They didn't listen to the pundits. Everybody who was pushing for Alabama. They didn't let Nick Saban whisper in their ears and put my boys in. Now they had to earn it on the field, baby. Alabama.
So I don't care. I'm not there no more.
Nick talking right now, like in his mind, he said that shit would have never happened under my watch.
That's exactly what his ass is thinking too. It's exactly what his ass is thinking.
Look at Samuel said, "Let's go Crimson Tide." Yeah, go there and to the bowl game, but they won't be in the playoffs, baby. They won't be in the playoffs. They out of that thing. How about that? Wow,
that's crazy. I can't believe that. I can't believe that at all.
That
what was their record? How many losses did they have?
They just had 2 losses.
They just had 2?
Yeah, SMU, yeah.
Wow. No, I'm saying Bama. How many? Bama only had 2.
Bama had 3.
Oh, they had 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alabama resume, key wins, Georgia, South Carolina, Missouri, LSU, strength of schedule 16.
Georgia's going to have a hard time, but they just lost their quarterback. But that next guy up.
They might have lost 3. No, I'm sorry, they lost last night, Zach. I think SMU lost. Let me see their record. No, 2. That's you only
2.
lost 2.
Oh yeah, it's not bad then.
Yeah, they only lost 2 games. Their second loss was last night. All right. So in this game, look, I'm taking Kansas City. I know the Chargers been playing good. Sunday night football, Arrowhead, weather conditions put to the side. I think the Chiefs go win this game, and it's gonna be cold. Chargers go fight. They gonna make it a game, but I'm going Chiefs 26, Chargers 21. What you got, Zach?
McConkey is questionable right now too.
Yeah, and he's
that makes
he's,
it big.
he's becoming a go-to guy.
My
for
goodness,
Herbert,
did y'all
He's
watch?
balling.
Did y'all watch Quentin Johnston? Does he have hands? Did he
don't
donate
know,
them
bro.
to charity? Did he lose them inside of his pockets? Like I was gonna go Chargers until I remembered Quentin Johnston. Now I'm going Chiefs because he just pissed me off that whole entire game. That was crazy. Yeah, okay, give me Chiefs.
He is exactly
how you really
who he's
feel,
always
man. How you
been.
really feel?
You know what?
He's exactly who he's always been.
Yeah, I know, but my gosh, man,
Hands of stone. Can run fast but can't catch. What was that movie, man? With the kid, he was fast as hell, but he couldn't catch, man. Was it Little Giants?
Little
Remember,
Giants.
Little Giants, yeah.
and he put something on. He had to put something on his hand so he can catch the ball.
Yeah, they put the spat.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe he need to use some stickum, man. Put some stickum on his hand.
That shit ain't gonna do nothing for him.
So now you going with the Giants? I mean the Chargers in this one?
So, yeah, I'm going with the Giants. That's what I'm going for the Giants. I mean,
the Giants. Yeah.
If McConkey plays, then I would say Chargers. But if he's not playing, he's their number one go-to guy, regardless of what Palmer, he's the same thing. No hands. He ain't never had really hands, but the Chiefs will probably win most likely.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. Monday Night Football, Lone Star State. They've won 2 in a row, and the fan base says, look out.
We're back.
We're back, baby. We're going to the playoffs. How about them Cowboys? That's right. They host Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. I feel for Joe Burrow because personally I've seen this. The man throws for 200-300 yards, 3-4 touchdowns a game, scores 38, and still loses week after week after week because the defense gives up 40 or 41. And the same thing will happen this Monday night. That's right. Joe's going to score 38. But this defense of the Bengals is so bad. I'm telling you right now, CD Lamb is going to go ham on that secondary. CD Ham is going. I say ham, damn it, Lamb. That's how the damn Bengals defense been playing, like ham, bad ham too, spoiled ham. So I'm taking the Cowboys in this one. Cowboys 27. Joe them go score now because Cowboy defense ain't that much better. So I'm gonna say Cowboys 27, Bengals 24.
Bro, looking at their record, it's just, like I'm looking at their record right now, the Bengals, and seeing their scores. They've only had what's this? 1, 2, 3 games where they've scored under 20 points. They won one of those where they scored 17. They have scored over 20 points in every game outside of 3. 34 wasn't enough. 27 wasn't enough. 38, that must be enough, right, Dolph?
No.
Nah, it wasn't. It
Well,
wasn't
no.
enough. They also scored 38 another time. That time it had to be enough. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. As much as I want to say the Bengals, man. Yeah, you know what? I'm going Cowboys just because that looking at it made me mad, and I'm going off of raw emotions today.
Yeah.
Give me the Cowboys. They back, I guess. I don't know. They're going somewhere.
Cowboys ain't back. This is the same old Cowboys. I'm going with the Bengals.
Okay.
I'm going with the Bengals. Cowboys defense is just as bad as the Bengals defense, so I'm expecting Bengals to put about 40-something up on them.
Ooh.
Hopefully, you know what? They haven't lost a game when they've scored 40 points. So maybe that's the answer. They put up 40, they good. That's all they need to do.
As long as they have the ball, the
win.
defense don't have to go back on the field.
As long as they score 40 points, they'll win. That's a guarantee.
Yes, sir. Willie, how you doing? Happy
Willie.
Sunday to you, my brother.
Willie.
All right. Mind you say Bengals may be bad, but they ain't bad enough to lose to the Cowboys. The Bengals by 10.
They beat the Cowboys.
I got you. Cowboys won their first home game. They're back. I'm dead. They're back, baby. They're back. They're back, baby. We're back in BT, baby. Y'all just wait.
Like we know you live in a cowboy house, so you got to say those things, but it's okay. You can be truth. You can be honest with us.
Right, he just tried to be
honest. He was big guys twice if you're being held hostage.
Right.
Big guys twice you're being held hostage.
His wife's sitting in the corner of the room.
How you doing?
She got the big old cutting knife. Like this, you better go ahead and say that.
Oh man, that's it. All right, man. Listen, y'all know what time it is. It's time for one of the most exciting segments on all the social media. Y'all know it's time for Straight Ballin'. All right, it's time for Straight Ballin'. So, Dolph, who's your straight baller for the day? Damn it, I need the music for this one. We got to turn the music up for this one. Here we go. Because my straight baller family, he's going to surprise you. He was the #1 overall pick. He struggled in his first year. He looked horrible, and he didn't look much better when the season began. In fact, he got benched. But the person he got benched for, unfortunately, got in a car accident with his family, and thank God they all are all right. But since his reinsurgence into the offense, the young man has finally decided to play and look like a #1 overall pick and possibly look like the franchise quarterback. I'm going today in the city of brotherly love, my straight baller of the day. I'm not saying the team is going to win, but I think he's going to ball his little short ass off today. I'm going with
That's fucked up. That was unnecessary, Dolph. Where did that come from, Dolph? What's wrong? Vertically challenged is what we like to be called, Dolph. That's what we like to be called. Not everybody can be 6'5" like you, you know, man. Like,
hey, listen, I'm just saying, man. You know, the kid is what is 5'8", you know. Like, but Bryce Young, it's your day, my brother. Go out there in the city of brotherly love and just play with no reckless regard, man. Go out there, man. Play football, have fun. Put your team on your back and throw 3 of those things. Like Carlos would say, I think Bryce is going to throw 3 tutties today. Bryce Young is my straight baller of the day, Charles. Carlos, Zach, who you got? Then we go to 9. God damn it, Carlos, stop talking about me.
I don't have the energy to back up what Dolph just did, but you know what? My straight balling day, I'm going with the same game, but I'm going the opposite side because this dude's been straight balling the whole season, and that is no other than Saquon Barkley. First run defense, I don't give a damn. Go out there, show out, and he gonna ball out today. Give me Saquon Barkley.
Okay, Saquon.
That's a really good pick. That's a good pick. Yeah. Man, I'm going home. I'm going with my boy Brock Bowers.
Woo!
The best tight end in the NFL right now. And he's going to continue that with this game coming up. He's going to get some catches, some yards. He's going to play good. He's going to look beautiful in that silver and black while he do it. Brock Bowers is the mother effing man, period.
Gotcha. All right. If Miles is checking in with his straight ball of the day, he's going with Sam Darnold. Straight balling this week. He's got Sam Darnold balling as the Vikings host the Falcons, and I hope you're right. I'm going to be a big Sam Darnold fan today. Because even though the Saints suck and they ain't going to lose today, I'm sorry who that nation. I'm calling the game. I love what say, but damn, I think they're going to lose. No, the Falcons lose. The day is just better. The Sunday is just better. The week is just better. I'm able to go forward better because even though my Saints lost, When them dirty birds lose, man, oh man.
He already counted the Saints out. That's crazy.
Yeah,
We 15 minutes away. You gotta have a long stream. You covering the game, Dolph. You better get your mind right.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure gonna go up. You need to chill out. Okay.
Yeah, you already know it, man. We don't have a receiver with 500 yards receiving, so
yeah, well, we don't need one of those. They're not important.
Right. Well, anyway, family, thank you for joining us for asking NFL Turns. I'm Dom Jackson of the Keep It Real Who That Sports podcast and the Come On In Sports Network.
Was that our cue? Was that our cue?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say something.
Cues, and I thought you were gonna say something.
That happened when you ain't been here, but you ain't come to work in about 5 weeks.
I was expecting Zach to say something next.
I was on PTO, but I'm expecting my check in the mail.
That's right.
All 35 cents, man. And I'm Zach for Real Fan Sports, man. Y'all enjoy y'all's football Sunday, and enjoy the live stream. Stay here with Dolph. He'll be covering, or if you're over on the Real Fan Sports channel, go swap over. Check out Dolph on the Coming In Sports Network and the Keep It Real Who Dat Sports podcast, where you can watch some live coverage of New Orleans Saints versus the New York Jets.
Giants.
Giants. Giants. My bad.
No, but they both don't play in New York anyway, but okay.
Yeah, they both play in New Jersey. My name is Nonfiction, part of Real Fan Sports. And man, thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate you. Love y'all. We'll see y'all next Sunday.
All right, family. That's it, family. And like always, the doors are now open. So come on in. We see everybody next Sunday, 10:05 a.m. Central. We out.
The Come On In Sports Network.